Welcome back to Good Day Northern Michigan. We have a big-time rivalry this Friday night under the lights. It's the Traverse City Patriot Game.
That rivalry between Traverse City West and TC Central honors the service of local veterans. It also provides a financial boost to the local nonprofits that give back to our service members. It is always a big event in Traverse City. And that's why we're bringing in our sports director, David Lyden, to talk about the game and how we are getting ready for it here at 9 and 10.
Hi, guys.
David, long time no see.
Yeah, we got like the blue suit gang going on.
I know, we
today.
did it. Yeah. We did it. We did
I even have a blue shirt downstairs. I didn't get the memo. I could have pulled that one out for us. But regardless, talk to us about the Patriot Game. The kind of the history of this event is pretty big. It's become a staple in the sporting community.
Yeah, for a long time it was just another rivalry game here in northern Michigan. Traverse City West versus Traverse City Central, your classic crosstown rivalry. And then the two schools got together and said, well, let's make this game a little bit more than just a rivalry game. It brings everybody in the community together. Friday there's going to be about 10,000 people at Thurlby Field and right in Traverse City. The stadium's going to be packed. So they said, let's take all these people that we know are going to be here and let's make this bigger than a rivalry. Let's do some good. Let's give back to the community, and thus was born the Patriot Game.
Now, how long has the Patriot Game been going on?
This is going to be the 13th year that they've done it, so a little more than a dozen years. And each Patriot Game is different. Each Patriot Game is unique, has its own kind of flavor to it with the people that are there, the pregame ceremonies that happen. But it's all the same mission, to bring a community together, to give back to those who have sacrificed to protect our community, whether that's serving in one of the branches of the military or serving as a first responder. And I remember in 2020 or 2021, they honored all the frontline workers, the doctors and the nurses from COVID-19 that were dealing with the pandemic. So really a way to honor those that make northern Michigan such a great place to live. You're seeing some scenes right there that we'll see play out on Friday during a pregame ceremony as they honor veterans from around northern Michigan.
Now, speaking of which, of course, we're going to see some football.
Oh, yeah.
But as you mentioned, there's other ceremonies and activities involved with the Patriot Game. What else can people expect when they come out?
So each year there's a local charity or nonprofit or nonprofits that are chosen to be a beneficiary of the game, and that's selected by student leadership at the two schools. This year it is Reigning Liberty Ranch and Peace Ranch in Traverse City, two places that we know you have both profiled on the floor and on Good Day Northern Michigan, that focus on animal therapy, equine therapy with veterans, first responders, people who might be struggling with PTSD, working with animals, usually horses, to sort of work through that trauma. So those were the two nonprofits that were selected this year to be the beneficiary of the funds that were going to be raised from the game. So really you could not have thought of two better organizations to benefit from this game with the mission that's now behind it.
This game has really become so important to so many people, but also for so many different ways. I remember back when it started, we were talking about the loss of a service member from Kingsley and Justin Hansen, and that was kind of part of the focus for one of the coaches that year was, this is why we're doing this, guys. This is a local graduate, all the way up to, as you saw in the video there, some of our oldest surviving veterans who are out there and just doing something for them. Everybody's got their own maybe angle to why they do this, but again, 10,000 people, not just there for football.
And that's what I meant when each Patriot Game sort of has its own flavor and just sort of its unique direction that it goes. No Patriot Game is the same. One year there was a memorial that was unveiled. Another year it was honoring William Milliken, who gave so much to the Traverse City area. So each game is just, it's so fun, it's so unique, and it's great to see the Traverse City community coming together. Obviously, different sides of the stadium on different sides of the football game that's going on, but everybody on one team for one cause, for one night.
It's so important.
I think in past years, too, they've had like the red shirts on the one side and the blue shirts on the other, as opposed to their school colors. And we've got quite the game to talk about as well, but really the pregame is going to be where it's at for the 9 and 10 sports team.
Yeah, 4:30 on Friday, right here on 9 and 10. We're going to have a special half-hour pregame show. Our sports crew live from Thurlby Field. Jake and Jaden are going to be anchoring that coverage for us. They've been talking to the schools. There is, aside from the grandeur of the Patriot Game, there are playoff implications with this game as well.
Really?
Jaden's going to kind of get into the technicalities of this matchup and how it could impact the postseason hopes for both of these schools. And then Jake's going to tell us a little bit about the nonprofits that are involved in this game and how the support that's going to come to them. Nice profile piece on them.
Are the patriotic socks required for entry?
They are not. You know, this is like an odd coincidence. I was just doing that because it's going to coordinate with the tie I'm planning to wear today. But, you know, it's appropriate.
So,
yeah, any red, white, and blue is appropriate for Friday in Traverse City.
The other thing I love about this, I do remember 13 years ago being a little disappointed because originally this crosstown rivalry game was their last game of the season.
Right.
Like the whole season was building to this.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, this is only September, October. Kind of takes the fizz out of it a little bit. But it has become just a huge game regardless of where it falls on the calendar.
For a while it was early September, second or third game of the year,
Exactly.
and now you shift it to the end of the season, and it's this anticipation that's building all the way through the season for this crosstown rivalry. And when you put it at the end of the season, all of a sudden it takes on playoff implications, and what's the postseason going to look like for both of these teams? So it just brings all of the excitement possible into one game that you possibly could have by having it on the final weekend of the high school football season.
I think
the regular season, I should say. We still got the playoffs to go. Yeah.
Now, I think the support is perfectly symbolized by last year's game because it started raining.
Yeah. You were up there for that one.
We were up there for that one. It started raining on us right as the game kicked off. The seats were filled.
Yep.
No one moved.
Yeah.
No one moved. So this is a rain or shine type situation. We make this happen in Traverse City.
And that tells you what this event means to the community. Whether it is, it's not just the Traverse City community, but the Grand Traverse community and beyond Traverse City and Grand Traverse County. This game just has a lot of meaning to so many people, and we're excited to highlight it for you from the pregame show to the highlights that we'll have for you on Sports Overtime on Friday night.
Perfect.
Awesome. David, thanks so much.
Anytime.
Go out there.